to our session number 7, I think, of our series onto the next frontier with Marketing Cloud. We have an awesome session today because we're gonna dive deeper on Marketing Cloud. Well, I should say Agentforce marketing features announced at Dreamforce. We had Sydney Lesko joining us from the Salesforce product marketing team, as well as Gilda. That Sydney is gonna walk us through all the cool announcements related to marketing that were done at Dreamforce and whatnot. Just a couple of FAQs, housekeeping items. This session will be recorded in the YouTube channel Next Frontier Marketer. You'll see the recording of the session. And also, if you register and attend this session, you'll get an email with all the details. You can see all the previous recordings as well as the slides on the SlideShare link that I put there. Any questions that you have, just put them in the chat window. And if you want to connect with all Trailblazers in the community, don't forget you can join the How to SFMC Slack channel. And then we're going to have a couple of upcoming events that you can register, and I'll put the link below as well. Next week, we're going to have Amanda Turner and Erin Duncan, which are going to walk us through how do we translate our current experience, whether that's account engagement or Marketing Cloud engagement, into Marketing Cloud growth and advance, right? What are the tips and tricks that you should know to kind of like be able to, if you are very well versed in Marketing Cloud engagement, how do you translate that experience? And then on session 9, the last session of this series, we're gonna have an Ask Me Anything panel where we're gonna have people from the Salesforce team as well as our Trailblazers answering questions from different categories. Now we're gonna do a little bit differently because usually, if we do this, within an hour, we might get a lot of questions, and organizing the questions in the session live might be a little bit tricky. So you're gonna be able to actually submit your questions in advance. That's gonna give us that's gonna allow us to actually sort through the questions that we can answer throughout the session, and be able to give you good content as well. So there is a Google Forms and a QR code. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and we're gonna do some. You're gonna receive it on the email as well, and post it on LinkedIn and whatnot. Feel free to submit multiple answers. The form should be open to allow you to submit multiple answers, multiple questions, obviously, right? But multiple answers of the form, but submit multiple times. And we really appreciate your feedback as well. So I have some other optional questions at the bottom of the form that talk a little bit more about, how can we continue to make content for the community that adds value to the community. So with that said, I will hand it over to Sydney to talk through us these cool announcements at Dreamforce.
Awesome. Thank you, Pato. If you unshare, I think I can. Yes, then it allows me to share. Let's see. Let me find the right slide. Okay, perfect. Can you guys see my slides okay?
Perfect.
Alrighty. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm excited to be here with you all today. You all know the slide, see this slide, just a reminder. You're going to see some things that are not available yet. So just make all of your purchasing decisions on products that are available, even though these ones are going to be available in a couple weeks, some a month later. So like I said, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here with you guys today, just to give like a quick overview of what we're going to cover today. So we're going to go over some of the Dreamforce Marketing Cloud keynote highlights. So I'm not going to go through every single thing they went through, but just want to give a quick overview, highlight some of those big announcements for you, give a little bit more context. And then we'll go through an Engagement Plus demo at the end. So we'll get out of slides and we'll actually hop into the environment. I'll show you some of the really cool things that are coming for those Engagement Plus customers and show some of the new things they can do with that next gen marketing app. So my name is Sydney Lesko. I am a product marketer here at Salesforce. I've been with Salesforce for now, I think, yeah, a year and a half, and I'm based in Indianapolis. But before this, I was actually a customer. So I was an end user for all things Marketing Cloud, ran Marketing Cloud for Pacer Sports and Entertainment. So the Indiana Pacers and the Indiana Fever. I was the woman behind the emails, the text messages, all those fun things. So I think it gives me a unique perspective since I was a user like all of you. And I really am excited about where Marketing Cloud is going. And quite frankly, a little jealous. Yes, go Pacers and Fever. A little jealous of some of these amazing things coming that would have made my life so much easier in Marketing Cloud. So I like to think of a lot of these new things with this next gen marketing application. There's obviously some like brand new things that you've never been able to do, like all things Agentforce. But then there's also so many enhancements that are coming that are going to just make your life easier. So especially when we get into, we'll showcase some of the really cool things that Flow and Journey Builder can do together. Some of those things you could do if you were really savvy with SQL and or had someone on your team that was, you could do some of these things and Automation Studio, but it's going to make your life a lot easier to be able to free up time to do other things. So I'm excited to dive into all of that with you today. I don't know if I said I'm based in Indianapolis, so that makes sense, right? With Indiana Pacers, Indiana Fever, so still in Indy. So yeah, let's dive into some of the keynote Dreamforce content. So you've seen versions of this slide before, but this has been our build over the past 25 years. You've used these technologies, so names like Exact Target or Pardot or Evergage. You all know those names, and those have been the tools you've used to master that omni-channel engagement, whether that's across email, mobile, advertising, social, and web. Commerce, loyalty, you name it. All of this while adapting to all of these market changes around you and shifting budgets, and then obviously the explosion of these new AI tools. So together as customers, us at Salesforce, we've navigated these massive market changes. And so now we're at this next evolution in the market, which is driven by AI and agents. So customer expectations have changed. We've all experienced this, right? So we know this is happening, but now we have to figure out what do we have to do? How can we meet the customers where they want to be? So it used to be okay to send out broadcast communication with a simple call to action to all of your customers, and consumers would click on that from that message or their website. They would then do their own research, and then they'd come back to make that conclusion, that conversion, that purchase. So now we're used to agents gathering that information for us, right? Going to whether that's ChatGPT, having to do all that research for us, finding what we're looking for in seconds, and then even sometimes with those agents taking that action for us. So as marketers, we've had to really turn all of our customer engagements into highly personalized experiences and responses with agents at the center that take that action. If we don't, people are going to go where they can get that. So we all know once you lose a customer, it's really hard to get them back. So at Salesforce, we're constantly trying to find ways to improve our technology, add more things that can make it easier for you to meet your customers where they want. So most of today's marketing and customer engagements miss the mark because they're still one way. If you saw anything from Dreamforce or have seen any of the announcements or things on LinkedIn, you know what's coming. It's that end of that one way and that no reply era. So, like I said, today that changes. This agentic revolution is here. Matthew McConaughey has been telling you about it in all of our commercials, where we're bringing marketing that's going to spark this new conversation. So, This is where Agentforce marketing comes into play. And I do want to level set. This may have been called other names in the past, so that is above me. But you may have seen us call this Marketing Cloud Next in certain places, or if you've been around for a bit, sometimes you've heard people maybe at Salesforce call this Marketing Cloud on Core. But this is the new next gen marketing application built on Salesforce, built on Data Cloud. So now it is rebranded as Agentforce Marketing, and that is where your agents drive customer success together. So with every message is supposed to spark that conversation. So that do not reply transformation or transforms into that two-way conversation. So allowing your customers to respond, to ask questions, and complete actions in real time, and all in a single thread. That's an important piece here of meeting your customers where they are, and whether they're texting you or they're emailing you or through WhatsApp, you're having that conversation in that same initial thread. You're not having to jump from different platform or thread. Every relationship is remembered. So unified data gives marketers and agents that shared context, connecting every insight into every action. So it's not just going to be the marketing data. You'll have insight into sales information and service information and commerce, because it's all going to live on that same platform. So it's really going to open up the possibilities as far as that unified data and that shared context. Every experience with Agentforce marketing is adaptive. So it creates those adaptive experiences with websites and touch points that learn and personalize and adjust dynamically to whatever that customer wants in that moment in time. Another thing with Agentforce marketing is every workflow is automated. So campaigns can be assembled, launched, and optimized by agents from just a simple creative brief. So marketers can focus on ideas rather than execution. And every insight is activated. So Agentforce marketing surfaces insights instantly, even into Slack. I love Slack. So marketers can act fast, optimize campaigns, and scale what works. So again, like I said, this has been a couple of different names, but it's all the same thing. And yeah, just saw a question, what does available to all mean? So whether you are a Marketing Cloud engagement customer, Marketing Cloud account engagement customer, or you're new and you're new to Marketing Cloud and use Agentforce marketing, or maybe you buy the Growth or Advanced edition. So all of these things are available to our customers. You can work with your different account teams to figure out, there's a couple different ways to unlock it depending on which product you have. But all of this is coming to you. There's no need to, oh, I'm on Marketing Cloud engagement, now I have to switch over to Agentforce marketing. That is not the case. And that'll be a little bit clearer in the demo later when we walk through what this means for Marketing Cloud engagement specifically. But you don't have to change how you work at all. You will still have access to everything. Yeah. So let's wait for the demo and I can show you what this all means for you. I guess one thing to simplify it for account engagement customers, you have access to it by turning on a couple different things in your account. With Marketing Cloud engagement customers, there's a new SKU available. So if you've heard of any of those plus SKUs, so that's something you can work with your account rep on to get access to. All right, so we're in this new era, like I said, of Agentforce marketing, helping your marketers turn those bold ideas into results, transforming those one-way campaigns into living two-way conversations, and measurable impact at every touch point. So throughout today, we're going to talk about a couple different things. So how Agentforce is creating that end to do not reply marketing, how to power your customer journeys with unified data using the #1 CDP, incredible new experiences that adapt with your customer interactions. Another part is how your teams can be more effective with building those campaigns at the speed of creativity. And then finally, how Agentforce and Insights come together to help drive more impact with your marketing. So this is a really good slide. It kind of gives an overview of all the announcements from Dreamforce this past year. So we're not going to cover every single thing, but this is definitely a good slide to take stock in, and like you guys will have access to the PDF version of the slides after. But if there's anything that you want a deeper dive into, we have different sessions on there, different release marketing content. So definitely take stock and what you want to learn more about. We'll dive into some of these today. But this is a good overview of everything that was highlighted at Dreamforce this past year. All right, so for decades, marketing has acted as a broadcast medium. So that one-way message to send everything out to as many people as possible, those mass emails. And it was, those do not reply emails. So regardless of how well we try to personalize, it's impossible to truly give each customer what they need when they need it, right? We don't have a marketer or someone on the graphics team aligned to every single person on that email list for you. So it's hard. You can't do those one-to-one personalizations on your own. And that's a harsh reality. The average email click-through rate is just 1.4%. And that stat hurts my heart as a as a past email sender. It's probably a little inflated because I know when I would send emails, I made sure I clicked on them. I made all my friends and family click on them. So maybe it was a little inflated for me, but that 1.4%, it's all that work you put into it. And you're like, that's all the click through I got. So we've heard the claim that email is dead, but every email marketer that's on this call, that isn't true. Your leadership's response often to those lower engagement numbers is, well, let's send more. And but we know that sending more doesn't mean sending better. I know when we would have different things for the Nina Pacers, like, oh, let's email every single person on our email list about this opportunity or this new ticket deal or this new jersey. And like, that's not the way to do it. We need to make sure we're emailing the right people and personalizing it to them. And like I said, we're making enhancements to make that easier for you. So I know none of you again think that email is dead. It's just maturing. So I'm excited for its glow up with two-way email capabilities. So this is coming to you in February of next year. So it's more than an update or a feature release. It's a new way of marketing where every message is going to become conversational. So similar to mobile, email is coming. So I want to dive in a little bit to like, how does this work and why you all as customers should care. So like we said, customer expectations are changing and they want that personalized content and personalized responses. But that's really hard today, really hard to do. As customers, they reply to these marketing emails. And those emails get siloed and likely ignored. But with two-way email, when a customer replies, an AI agent can instantly engage right in that same thread. Again, it's key. It's in that same email thread. So you don't have to change over to a different email thread or move over to mobile. And then if it escalates, that agent can then route that and send it over to a human. So this allows your customers to respond, ask questions, and complete actions in real time. And their experience feels personal and efficient. They get what they need immediately. So I think this will be a huge game changer. Like even for me, I just had to reach out to file a claim with my insurance company, and insurance companies are not always the most fun to interact with. And I got an email from the agent, but then that email was a do not reply email. So then I had to figure out where I saved her personal emails, so then I could email her my question. So this two-way email is going to really open up a lot of opportunities and make the experience for the customers seamless and more enjoyable. And they'll end these conversations with sometimes difficult conversations with dealing with insurance, but you'll feel great about them. You'll feel like that question was answered. So now let's chat about the marketer's number one challenge, and that's data. And this is why we built Salesforce Data 360. Again, we love our names here. So this is Data Cloud, but now it's rebranded as Data 360. So the world's number one customer data platform. This is going to be that foundation of everything you will see today. So the world's number one CDP, connecting every signal across sales, service, marketing now, commerce, all into that one unified customer profile. So why is this so important? Because when your data is unified and actionable across every app and channel and Agentforce, then marketing becomes more effortless. You already know this of course. So now Data 360 is even more important for marketers because it is that foundation of Agentforce marketing. And it's going to open up all these new opportunities. Like I said earlier, you're on that same platform now. And so you're going to have access to that data from your Service Cloud friends or your Sales Cloud friends. You're not going to have to rely on the connector, which the connector is great, but it's not the speediest. So by being built on Data 360, you're going to be able to build different automations and workflows and journeys they're going to be almost in real time. For Marketing Cloud engagement and account engagement customers, this means new power. So those unified experiences, those two-way conversations, deeper personalization, and so much more. So now we're not going to walk through all the steps to set up how to connect everything today. But I will recommend, if you haven't seen the Marketing Cloud keynote yet, definitely highly recommend watching that. They did a great demo kind of showcasing what those steps are going to look like. And so how you will connect Marketing Cloud engagement, connect that to Data Cloud, and connect that to this new marketing app. I also have some resources at the end of this for help articles and different learning maps. Again, that walk through how this connection is going to work. Some of them are a little more technical than others. Some are more just like an overview, and others are helpful, clicks, here's how we do it. So we've made it as simple as possible. And it should only take a few hours for everything to connect and for that data to flow over. So to be shared from those legacy Marketing Cloud products, and then this new marketing app, this next gen marketing, Agentforce marketing, insert whatever name you would like over here. So once you establish that connection with Data 360, like I said, you open up all these opportunities for journeys to truly be powered by that unified data. So the one thing on this screen that I definitely want to highlight today is journey decisioning. Like I said, I'm a PMM on the Marketing Cloud team, but specifically I'm over Marketing Cloud engagement. And so with Journey Builder and journey decisioning, this is something that's really exciting for me. Journey decisioning is going to optimize customer journeys by dynamically selecting the most relevant path for each subscriber. So it's going to evaluate various journeys. Maybe it's your onboarding or your re-engagement, and based on behavior of your customers and different preferences for each subscriber, the automation is going to ensure that customer is added to the best next journey. So this is going to improve engagement and conversion rates. The agent will empower marketers to create those personalized customer journeys in real time. So that sounds all great. Why should you care? It's going to reduce that manual decision making and ensure consistency across touch points. So by analyzing your journey goals and the customer data, it's going to help improve open rates and boost conversions, and allow marketers to focus on those higher value tasks. Like I said, so I think about this for like journey decisioning. I think about all the different journeys I would build when I was a user of this, right? And I would have, it was my job to figure out, based off of, this segment, these people should go to this journey. These ones should go to maybe the single game ticket journey. These people, they'd be great for a mini plan. These people, let's actually email them about getting full season tickets. So I had to make all those decisions. I had to manually make those data extensions and add them to the journey. And journey decisioning using Agentforce is going to help and route those for me, so I'm not having to manually do that on my own. So it's something that's going to free up so much time for you. And like I said, I'm very jealous. I wish this was around when I was there, but I do think it's going to make your lives as marketers, give you so much time back, but also increase, the success of those campaigns that you're looking for. So for years, marketing automation hasn't been exactly automatic. Marketers have had to map every decision and pray their one size fits most journeys didn't break. So today, campaigns take an average of 7.5 weeks to build and launch. So from, thinking of the idea to launch, 7.5 weeks. That's slowing marketers down from getting the right message to the customer at the right time. And by the time it gets there, it's stale sometimes. So think about, what if you could set the vision for a campaign and simply delegate the rest? Sounds like a dream, right? That's where Agentforce marketing comes in. So think of it like an agency of AI agents working just for you. So campaign creation agents where marketers can offload work around planning, campaign, and content creation. And then you have the orchestration agents, which is what we just talked about, that journey decision agent to help with identifying and segmenting your audiences, designing that perfect journey for each customer, and ensuring they're on that journey. And from there, agents help with the activation of those campaigns across any channel. So, email, SMS, WhatsApp, mobile, web. It can be everything from real time personalization to facilitating those two-way conversations with customers to even nurturing and routing your leads. So one of the exciting innovations we showcased at Dreamforce was this content creation, which has been enhanced by some fantastic partnerships with top AI content companies like Writer and Typeface, Jasper, and more. All this available to our customers starting next month. So it's going to really enhance what campaigns can be and what campaigns mean for you as marketers. And just a little plug too, again, in the demo, we'll walk through with Marketing Cloud engagement customers how to really take advantage of campaigns in the Agentforce marketing and why having access to campaigns is going to, again, make your lives so much easier. So the last bit of slides I want to cover for today before we jump into the demo. So over half of marketing budgets are being wasted on bad targeting and strategy or after the fact campaign optimization. Yet even knowing this, teams don't have the resources to dedicate a person to continually check and manage performance and continually see how is this campaign doing? How is this email doing? How is this text message doing? And are we doing the right things? So agents can continuously monitor that performance for you. They can, whether it's the media spend and creative, and then surface those insights directly into Slack to you as a marketer. So you're able to act fast. And that turns those insights into impact. So when your marketing never sleeps because of these agents and doesn't stop when the campaign ends, it learns, it adapts, and it acts. And we have some really exciting innovations that are available to our customers in this theme. So paid media optimization is GA today. So letting you use Agentforce to optimize in-flight campaigns to reduce budget waste, to pause and resume actions across your broader range of platforms based on performance data and overall strategy. The next thing is unified analytics, which is GA this month or a little bit or early November, depending on timing of everything. So we'll walk through this a little bit in the demo here soon and show those unified analytics. But I'm really personally excited about this. You'll be able to see your marketing performance in new and enhanced dashboards across channels and across the entire campaign. Finally, clean rooms will GA in December and multi-touch attribution in February. So multi-touch attribution is a Marketing Cloud intelligence feature that provides a comprehensive view of the customer journey, showing how every touch point, including owned and paid, drives that conversion by connecting web activity to your revenue. So lots of really exciting things coming, but let's jump into a demo because that's the exciting piece. Not that this isn't exciting, but seeing it in real time is exciting. And then you don't think that I'm just like making things up here and showing you screens. So let me share my next screen. I think I'll do this one. All right. Okay, so here we are and logged into Marketing Cloud engagement. So when you log in, you'll get this lovely new welcome mat. So if you are an MC, if you already have renewed onto that new SKU I talked about, that MCE Plus SKU, you'll be able to start connecting and get things started. If not, you'll still have a new welcome mat that'll direct you to this Learn More, which will take you to different Salesforce help articles to kind of give you an idea of what is this next generation Marketing Cloud application that I've been hearing about. How do I get access to Agentforce marketing? So you'll get this lovely new welcome screen. And then if we exit out of that, you'll then see too this new little icon up here. So everything else looks the same, but you have this new next icon up here. So this, if you click on any of these will take you into that new marketing app. So whether you go into Agentforce Builder, we'll walk through a lot of these, the analytics, campaigns, flow, marketing performance. So there'll be easy ways to get to the new application from there. But I actually, for this exercise, I want to start in Journey Builder and show you a couple new things there. All right, let's find the right journey. Okay, so we're in here. This is a journey. It's not been activated yet, but you can see there's this lovely little connect to campaign button up here. And then if we were to validate this journey, so let's say we want to activate this journey here soon, but we want to make sure everything looks okay. When you click on this little validate button here in a second, you'll also see on this screen another option to connect to a campaign here. So it doesn't matter which one. Let's just click on one of these. And of course, it's going to have me sign in again. Let me click on the correct thing. 1 second. I logged in before, so this wouldn't happen, but you know. Alrighty, so it would take us to this campaigns tab from where we just clicked. So these are different campaigns that already exist in this platform. So I'm going to find the one that I'm looking for. So I want to add this journey. So this is a journey for this whole experience. We'll just pretend that we work for Cumulus. So this banking company, and this is a new credit card points promo. So we have a new Cumulus customer promotions campaign that we are tracking and keeping track of all of our different promotions for this bucket of these new Cumulus customers. So I actually want to go ahead and add that journey to this campaign as well. So I'll click on this. I will select the business unit. And then I can see here is that journey that we had. So this new credit card points promo. I'm going to click on that and then click add. And so this is now
quick question here.
Yeah.
Do you need to have the Marketing Cloud connector to make this happen, or this is separate from this integration, separate from the connector?
Nope. So this is not via the connector anymore. With this Agentforce marketing, you don't have to have the connector for this.
Awesome. Thank you.
And then if we go back over here and I just refresh this page real quick. Oh, lovely. I need like background music. We can see up here, it is now connected to a campaign. So it instantly connects it to the campaign for you. So now we're able to track when we send that journey out, we can see how that journey is performing for our entire campaign. So another thing we chatted about was those enhanced insights and analytics. So we're inside this new Cumulus customer promotions campaign. I want to see how all of those journeys are doing and see that holistic view of this campaign. So I'm sure a lot of you, if you've been one that pulled lots of statistics for different emails or SMS programs, it was really hard to pull those all together, and it was manual. So this is going to give you that view of everything. You can filter by a certain date range. We'll talk about flows here soon, but you can filter out different flows. You can filter by segments. And then you can also do based off the journeys. So I will note that one we just added is not in here because I haven't sent anything yet. So that's why there's no insights showing up in here. But once we would activate that activate that journey, we would see analytics in here for that. But it's only going to show the analytics in the insights for things that have actually sent. So yeah, we can see all of these down here. There's some new dashboards, lots of really, really great things. And one thing that I really think is important to note, when I was a marketer, a lot of times the sales teams would email me and, hey, Sydney, can you tell us if so-and-so opened XYZ email? Or can you tell us how the sales email for this ticket promotion did? Well, if they are a sales or service cloud user, you can give them permissions to be able to go into this marketing app and view the campaign insights. So you're empowering them to go and do that research on their own. And again, freeing up time for you. So you're not having to answer that question over again of, hey, can I have the journey statistics of how this performed? So really exciting stuff. I don't have any SMS or WhatsApp sends, but if I did, those would also appear in here, and you can see all those as well. So this is for campaigns. So again, everything we added to this specific campaign. But let's say we want to see just marketing performance as a whole, not just tied to this new Cumulus customer promotion. So we're going to go to the new, where is it? Oh, it's over here. We have a new tab in this app for the marketing performance tab. So this is across all of your marketing efforts. So all of your journeys, regardless of what campaign they're on, all of your flows for marketing, and you can see everything in here. So again, you can scroll down. There's lots of different content, and this will be a really good way to holistically see how everything is doing. One of the questions that I feel like you'd get a lot of times as a marketer too of, hey, can you tell us what our top performing journeys are, or the top performing content, and it was, again, manual. You had to go in and view all those statistics and figure out what had the best results. And so this dashboard here, this view is going to give you insight into that. Again, there's lots of filters. So if you want to filter by campaign, you can do that. If you want to filter by journeys, you'll see all the journeys in here. So some really, really, really exciting things on that Insights tab. I have one more part I want to show, but do we want, maybe I can pause and see, I can read through. I had my head over here, so I haven't seen all the questions, but I can see if there's questions related to this Insight part, and then we can walk into flow. Let me just read through and see if there's anything I can find.
I was answering a couple. One of them was around tenants. Can we have MC Next available in our MC tenant? I don't know if that's more around regions or.
So for Marketing Club Next, Agentforce Marketing, yada, yada, insert name, to get access as an MC customer, you will need that Marketing Cloud Engagement Plus SKU. So you'll work with your account rep to renew onto that new SKU. Everything that you have in engagement will stay the same. As you saw, we're in here, and I can still access all of my journeys, all of my content, all of my emails, but you'll need that plus SKU. And then that plus SKU will allow you to connect Marketing Cloud Engagement to this new next gen marketing app, and it'll open up all these possibilities for you. Hopefully that clarifies it. It's a little bit different than if you're an account engagement customer. But for engagement, you'll need that plus SKU, and your rep you can work with your account rep to get that SKU. Perfect. Okay, let me show you the last piece, and then we can answer the rest of the questions. So this is all amazing. I think I'm excited for these new insights and analytics. Now let's walk through flow. So I am a journey builder lover. I think it's one of the greatest things. There's so many opportunities, and so think of flow as that higher orchestration tool. So nothing is happening to Journey Builder. All of your journeys will continue to exist, and you will need them, as you'll see in Flow. You need those journeys to work with Flow. So I like to think of Flow as that a tool to be able to, whether it's going to daisy chain or link different journeys together easier, or you can use Flow to better action on different events that are happening, and whether it's Sales or Service Cloud to then trigger your different journeys. So this in no way, shape, or form is like, hey, Journey Builder's out, Flow's in. No, we need them both, and if we use them together, you'll be able to do some really cool new things. So let's just start with a new flow. So again, for this example, we work for Cumulus Bank, and we're setting up a flow for our new Cumulus customers, so using those same flows from that campaign. So there's options here for a segment triggered flow or an event triggered flow. For this, we're going to start with a segment because, like I said, we're starting with these new customers. So we're going to click on this. You'll select your data space. So for us, that's the Cumulus Bank. and then our data graph that we set up. All right, so if you've never seen Flow, it's very similar to Journey Builder, except Flow works from top to bottom versus Journey Builder, you work from the left to the right. But it's very similar in that you'll have icons and it's drag and drop. And so once you get the hang of it, it's fun to use. It opens up. It's not too different than Journey Builder, but I know I use Journey Builder every day, and so I was like, I don't know about this Flow, but it's actually it's pretty easy to use. So first we'll set our schedule. So for this use case, we want it to just start immediately after we activate it. So I'm not sure when I want to do this, but I don't need a specific date and time. I just want it to be when I activate it. So we'll just do it activation. And then we need to select our segment. So we're going to search in here for our segment. And so for this, we're going to use those new loyalty customers. All right, so we're going to click on this element, this add element button. And so there's some new things in here that we'll get to in a little bit. But for this flow, so we want to build a flow that is based on people achieving our goal we set in Journey Builder. So for our new Cumulus customer onboarding journey, we had a goal for them to fill out their customer profile. And so we are going to set up a wait until event that will look for that, that Journey Builder met a goal, but you can see there's other options here. So it can be based off of a contact entering or exiting a journey. For us, it's going to be met that goal. And again, that goal was for them to fill out that new customer profile. So we'll give a label here. Build out customer profile. And then we'll see this is our list. These are all of our journeys in here. And so what's really nice is it will show you all of your active journeys. That is one key. It has to be an active journey over in MCE. So we're going to look for the journey that we're monitoring is this new Cumulus customer onboarding. So we want to look for this journey, see if they filled out that customer profile, which is that goal. And then we're going to give them, maybe we'll be generous. We'll give them 2 weeks to meet that goal. So 2 weeks to fill out that profile. So again, we have our segment of our new subscribers, our new loyalty customers, wanting them to fill out that customer profile. So you can see here we have 2 little branches here. So if the event occurs, what do we want to happen next? So for this example, there's lots of options. Again, you can send to an agent, you can send to a journey, and then there's more endless options, just like all the different icons in Journey Builder. So for us, we want to send them on a new journey. So we'll click on this send a journey. And then in here, so the people that the event did occur. So yes, they did fill out that customer profile. So next we want to send them on this next journey. We want to introduce them to our mortgage programs. So intro to mortgage programs. Perfect. And then in here too, so this is gonna create that data extension because that send is still happening in MCE. So you can say, hey, I want to pull in first name, last name, different things. We won't for this case, but that's just, you can personalize it by pulling in those different elements from your segment. So that is the left side. So now what happens if we gave them the 2 weeks, they didn't meet that customer or that journey goal of filling out their customer profile? What do we want them to do now? All right, so I think I still want to send them on another journey. So we created a complete customer profile. It's like our last chance effort to try and send them on a journey specifically for this customer profile. So we'll click on that journey. It's so hard to type when there's people watching you. All right, and then same thing, you can pull in different things here. So what have we done here? So you can see it's very simple, just a couple clicks, and what we've created now here is a flow that's going to pull in the customer profile base, those new subscribers. It's going to look at an existing journey in MCE and see if they completed our goal, which was to fill out that customer profile. If they did, then they'll immediately then be routed to a new journey or another journey in MCE which is going to introduce them to our mortgage programs. And if they didn't, after those 2 weeks, we're going to send them on one more journey. It's that last chance to fill out that customer profile for them. So we've got a couple different things here, but we're daisy chaining some journeys together. And you can see that we're using all of these journeys already exist in Marketing Cloud Engagement. And so we're utilizing all of that hard work that you all have put in for years in that platform. And we're using those things to enhance the opportunities and the things you can do utilizing Flow. So I'm pretty sure that is the last bit that I have. So we can go through questions, but I'll leave this up here. These are some additional resources that are helpful to again, walk through all this. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of new things changing. This first one is a really good, helpful, comprehensive PDF guide that just explains Agentforce marketing for Marketing Cloud Engagement specifically. So it's going to walk through some of those initial use cases and what that means for you. There are some helpful questions to kind of get your brain thinking about what might be a best use case to tackle. Some step-by-steps in there as well. This next one is a more technical resource. So this is a Salesforce help article that is a technical deep dive into some of these next-gen Marketing Cloud capabilities. So there's videos on here. There's different click paths in here to help you with whether it's connecting MCE to Agentforce marketing or getting some of those first use cases up and running. And then finally, we have some Trailhead use cases here. I do think the Trailhead is still titled Marketing Cloud Next. So don't worry about that. We're figuring that all out. But it's a trail just to introduce you to Agentforce marketing. And we are going to continue to build and invest in Trailhead and get more and more things out there. I know when I was a customer, Trailhead was like where I went for all of my answers. Well, first I went to Google and see if anyone in one of the chats had a similar question. But we have more Trailhead content coming out. But that's a good one to look for if you just want an overview of Agentforce marketing or Marketing Cloud Next. Same thing. Insert whatever name you want there. But yeah, you guys definitely take any of these resources. But yeah, that is what I have for today. Pato, if there's any more questions, happy to help with those. But I know it's a lot of information, so appreciate you guys sticking with me. And yeah, that session, the 2 sessions from now that Pato was talking about, you're going to have some great product people too. So as you take all this in and think of more questions, they will be the ones drill them with the hard questions. No, just kidding. But they'll be a great resource as well. So if you think of more things in the coming weeks, definitely save those questions or submit that form that you guys got access to in the beginning.
This was awesome. It was a really good lowdown of what was announced at Dreamforce. I know, like, if you haven't been there, or even if I've been there and I couldn't go to every single keynote, and then you can watch a lot of the keynote material and announcements on Salesforce Plus. But I think the intention was to kind of like get the cliff notes from you, which was great. And also we got a whole demo, which was amazing. So it was really cool. Yeah, I think some of the questions that we have here, we always get asked this question, Cindy, and I hear a lot, is when is like the sandbox or like even like developer or going to be available for, just as there is a developer or for Data Cloud Agentforce, will there be a developer or for Marketing Cloud Advanced,
Yeah, so sandboxes are coming. So you'll be able to test different things out. But again, you'll need to have that new SKU. So you won't be able to test it out without having that plus SKU. But sandboxes are coming in this release to be able to test different things out. Yeah, that plus SKU is needed for all Marketing Cloud Engagement customers.
And then any idea in the roadmap around like just being able to spin up a developer account just like you can do today with Agentforce or Data Cloud? Is that anywhere in the roadmap? Do you know?
I don't know the exact time, just to be able to just like play around and demo different things.
Yeah.
That should be coming soon. I don't know the exact date on that.
Great.
This just for internal, for a little insight, that demo org that I set up,
Yeah.
that I had set up Monday night before Dreamforce. So
Yeah.
we just got it. So we will be sharing that out
Yeah.
soon for
No,
you.
of course, everything goes so fast, and the minute customers start seeing the capabilities, they want to say, okay, I want to do it, or even like, we are partners, so we get access to like partner orgs and stuff like that. But like even if you're not a partner and you want to just start doing trails or just testing it out, as soon as you show the demo, everyone is, oh, can I actually do it
Yep.
myself? So
Yeah,
that
and I
question
totally get
pops
that.
up.
I mean, I felt that way as soon as I saw different things. So
Yeah.
it will be coming. I do see a question for why you use the journey to
Mhm.
send emails and not directly within Flow. So for Marketing Cloud engagement customers, um, all of your sending will still happen in engagement. So that's why you are triggering to a Marketing Cloud email. In February, you can trigger to an MCE just email send. All of the sending for now will still remain in MCE, just because of things like um, having all the rules still live over there, and we don't have consent mapping yet. So all of your sending is still in MCE. So that's why you're not building a flow to just trigger an email directly within Agentforce marketing for MCE. So that's why you're doing that send element over there. But that also is coming. So again, just stay as informed as you possibly can. I know it's a lot of information, but for now, like just think of Agentforce marketing for those engagement customers as a new set of tools to use to enhance what you're already doing. So everything will still remain in MCE, but you can build some new flows to do some really cool things in MCE. You have new enhanced analytics to see your sends that are happening in MCE. Um, so it'll continue to build and get better and better. But hopefully you guys are excited about it. Yes. So there are different. So the last question: are there flows and next in some way walled off from other flows that exist in core? Yes. We know your sales and service admins are probably like, do not touch any of my flows. So this would be flow for marketing, and you can give permission sets to people for that. Just like your admins and in Salesforce can limit your access to their flows or their flow builder application. So yeah, that was always fun. I worked in both platforms. I managed Marketing Cloud, but I had access to sales and service when I was a user. But even just like amongst people that built flows, it was like, don't touch my flow. Otherwise you're going to mess something up. So there will be some permissions to make sure that your admins aren't like marketers stay out of our flow area. So that's a good question.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Cindy. This was great. Thanks everyone for joining. Don't forget, we're gonna send out a recording, and then don't forget to fill out the form with your questions, so we can answer them in the AAM and AMA. And yeah, happy Halloween for those of you who celebrate it. That's one of my favorite holidays. So
Yeah, and thank you
um,
guys for having me here. If you have any feedback, things you would want to see, things you didn't love, feel free to share that with me or Pato. You can find me on LinkedIn. But appreciate all the feedback. That way, I know what we're showing is resonating and working, and maybe clear up some confusing parts to it. So appreciate all
awesome,
of you.
great. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks, Hilda.